Caitlyn Jenner's longtime friend and manager, Sophia Hutchins, is dead at the age of 29. Her life was cut short in a horrifying ATV crash in the hills of Malibu, just minutes from Jenner's home. And now, the world is reeling with shock, confusion, and a flood of unanswered questions about the life and death of a woman who stood quietly in the background of one of America's most high-profile families. On the morning of July 2, around 11:30 a.m., Sophia was riding a 2013 Polaris ATV down Decker Canyon Road, a dangerously narrow mountain pass known for its blind turns and steep cliffs. Witnesses say the ATV collided with the rear bumper of another vehicle before skidding out of control and veering off the road. The fall? A staggering 350 feet into a rugged ravine. Emergency services responded immediately. Drones were deployed to pinpoint the crash site, and first responders descended the steep terrain. But tragically, Sophia was pronounced dead at the scene. No one else was injured in the crash, and investigators have ruled out intoxication, though toxicology results are still pending. This wasn't just any accident. Sophia's death hits hard for those closest to her, especially Caitlyn Jenner, who has yet to speak publicly. The two met in 2015 during the early days of Jenner's transition and quickly formed a tight bond. By 2017, Sophia had moved into Jenner's Malibu mansion. The living arrangement sparked constant speculation: were they friends, lovers, or business partners? The answer, according to both of them, was simple: they were like family. Sophia wasn't just Jenner's manager, she was also the CEO of the Caitlyn Jenner Foundation, an organization focused on trans rights and LGBTQ+ advocacy. And outside of her work with Caitlyn, Sophia had her own ventures too. She founded Lumisol, a sun care startup, and had been building her brand in the beauty and wellness space. But her recent years took an unexpected turn. Sophia re-emerged in political circles, most notably as a surrogate for Donald Trump's 2024 campaign. Her conservative leanings drew criticism from some in the LGBTQ+ community, but Sophia remained unapologetic. She insisted she wasn't tied to any one ideology, but rather to the causes she personally believed in. Her last few media appearances focused more on personal liberty and less on partisan labels. Those closest to Sophia describe her as ambitious, loyal, fiercely private, and someone who never stopped evolving. In a world obsessed with labels and affiliations, Sophia Hutchins refused to be boxed in. She straddled the worlds of celebrity, activism, entrepreneurship, and politics, carving out a space for herself on her own terms. At just 29, her resume was already stacked. Her work behind the scenes helped Caitlyn Jenner maintain a public image after her historic transition. Her foundation work brought in hundreds of thousands of dollars for LGBTQ+ advocacy, and her startup showed early signs of success in the crowded skincare market. Her death feels not only like the end of a chapter, but like an entire book left half-written. As for the accident itself, authorities say the investigation is ongoing. The vehicle she struck was cooperating fully with law enforcement, and early reports suggest the crash may have been nothing more than a tragic miscalculation, one turn too fast on a deadly stretch of road. Still, there are lingering questions. Why was Sophia riding alone? Was she headed to meet Caitlyn or coming from a meeting? Was there a mechanical failure? Or was it simply a case of bad luck on a dangerous road? Caitlyn Jenner has remained silent since news of the crash broke, and given the depth of their bond, her silence speaks volumes. Sources close to Jenner say she is devastated and taking time to process the loss. A public statement is expected in the coming days, likely followed by a private memorial. Fans and friends have already begun sharing tributes across social media, honoring Sophia not just for her affiliations, but for the impact she made as an individual. Quietly powerful, relentlessly driven, and now, heartbreakingly gone. If you want to stay updated on this developing story, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button to help us reach more people who care about these human stories behind the headlines. We'll be covering any upcoming statements from Caitlyn Jenner, potential memorial services, and the investigation's final report once it's released. This is a loss that hits unexpectedly and painfully. Sophia Hutchins may not have always lived in the spotlight, but her influence was unmistakable. And now, her absence is just as loud.